we are creating a cyclorama. It's roughly over about 25 square meters. It's gonna run from there up to here. Yeah, we are by the road. I expect that. Another day at the office, basically. So some costs are not tallying, so we have to actually have a discussion with the client to see how we can be able to work together. Of course, we promise to deliver, and currently we are stuck at point Y, so we need to have a chat with the client to see how we can be able to move from Y to X, from Y to Z. So a bit frustrating, but well, there's nothing we can't fix. This is what we do every single day, so we keep on fixing. So while we are planning for something new, we have to make sure that everything here now is actually aligned to make sure that we keep moving forward. So that's where we're at right now. Well, basically what has just happened, Rashid is late again. That's what he does best. But the beauty is the cyclorama is up, so we have done the framing, and then yeah, my wife came on site. She wants to see what's happening. She comes in to criticize everything I do. So basically she's the first client, does the first checks. But well, the beauty about it is we have laid the foundation, you know, so everything is taken out. The only thing that is left is feeding and sanding. The background is up already. It's fully functional, though we're adding a bit of extension because of the length of the wires. So we had to buy some about 16 gauge wire so that we can be able to cover the different lines. So Rashid is fixing that now, and I believe within a few minutes we are going to be done with that, and then we test to see that the background is fully working. But as of now, yeah, we have made very, very good strides. So meaning the cyclorama has been done in 2 days. Day 1 was framing, and then day 2 we are done with everything. So the only thing that is left is sanding and filling and painting. Yeah, and it's a flip. Oh, very interesting thing. We have to do soundproofing in here. And it took me about 6 hours to learn soundproofing. So let me give it to you. So currently where we are, we are having an STC of about 30%, you know, the sound transmission class, you know, and to have the room fully compacted to fit the studio that we're going to do, we need to achieve an STC of about 65%. So we have our windows here, of course, yeah. So these, we already have a glass on, but we're going to take it down, yeah. After we take it down, we install another one, a heavier gauge. This is about 4 millimeters, so I propose we are going to add a 5 millimeter gauge mirror. So after we have done this for this and that, after we've done that, then we are going to create another first segment of insulation. You know, we put a drywall, we put a space. So whenever you put a space, like I said here, whenever you put a space between the drywall and the last insulation, that space also helps you curb the sound. So this is what we are going to do. Create a bit of space, little space in between the mirror and the first drywall. Of course, we are going to insulate that one. Then the next space is not going to be insulated, yeah. But we're going to have 2 more drywall so that we can be able to flash this. So I'm looking at drywall is roughly about 9 millimeter per board. So basically, I'm looking at having like about 1, 2, 3, 4, roughly about five boards here. That's fine. We have lost like 2 weeks work, basically. Client had a bit of constraints. What is pending is just final feelings, and then we could do the painting. But still, we cannot complete until the studio is worked on. Though I have to do a bit of partitioning in there, covering, wall covering in there as well. But it's not yet done because, you know, that guy has to get his work done. So ideally, a bit frustrating. I got another carpenter. Well, he was supposed to come and complete that area, putting back the shelving, but we have to work full throttle today. The gypsum guys are coming through to make sure they help me cover. I've gotten some materials for the cage. Yeah, still some work to be done on there. I have to do a bit of sanding there, adding sanding sealer. So we still have a lot of work to do, basically. The client has a timeline of Wednesday. Today is Monday, so we have tonight and tomorrow to get this thing all wrapped up. Well, the cage, we have done the initial parts. The hard work is done. We're done aligning the steel, putting it together. The mesh is on. Now what is pending is just the boarding that is left, and then also maybe the locks and everything. I expect to have the cage in tomorrow evening. So hope the guys can hit the timelines. I have to go and check on them now to make sure we are on track to hit that timeline. Yeah, so the cage is going right here. This is the location of the cage. It's huge, very, very huge. The next thing is supposed to be here is how we bring it inside. It is, I don't know how we are going to do it, but I believe we have to unhinge the doors at the entrance, make sure it comes in. That's all we gotta do. It's really, 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 really huge. You gotta be here to watch it. Basically, the cyclorama, we are moving. Done sanding. We had to fill. I think we have on the undercoat. Lawrence, Tadeko undercoat, eh? Yeah? Coat him. 2 coats. Fantastic. So we have 2 coats of undercoat. Now what we have to do is we have to be painting tomorrow. So we have to let it dry through the night, and then tomorrow we can come and see, make a few changes. If we have to make some few little fillings, we fill them up. Yeah, and then we move forward. But that's what we are at right about now. So studio, we have started the padding. The padding is then, the AC is on. Yeah, so what we have to do now is we have to create another wall. I told the client in the beginning that we need another wall there, but they wanted to cut cost. Not until we came and tried to do a few things. So you see, we cannot curb sound with this. So this mirror has got to go. So I'm getting this mirror out, and we are loading gypsum and we are insulating the walls. Make sure we curb that sound. So basically this has to be done by tonight. Without fail, it has to be done. So it's going to be a 6x6 roughly feet. So this mirrors are the prices are very volatile. So we just have to make sure we lock in that pricing tonight. Otherwise we are going to lose it. And then we should have a bit of 6 feet in here. So this mirror is going to go, and we get another mirror that flashes. So we have 2 huge mirrors. Then here as well, we are moving this one down. We are taking it down, and we are moving and bringing another one that is going to be 6 feet, so it should be able to match. We had to remove this and rework it. So you see how firm this is. That's how it is supposed to be, unshakable when it's really, really, really firm. So we are creating another one, putting another top on top of that, and then, you know, cutting it all through. So the client expects the work to be done by Wednesday. He has a shoot here on Thursday. So I did not plan to buy a cushion at 50,000. So that is not fitting in my budget. I have to buy it anyway, you know. So not everything is. Some are, some are not. Some are way beyond. Unfortunately, I've not gotten anything that is way below what I costed it at. Hi, Shivan. How are you? Major setback. This thing can't come in. It's huge. Yeah, we had, but now I think there's a bit of a misalignment. The issue is, I'll start with the good news. The good news is the cage is here. Fantastic work. Seamless, the lines are good, everything is fine. The quality of the cage is top notch. The issue we have is the structure of the site. So basically, we had a bit of misalignment with George, my welder, the guy. So he told me we're going to unhinge the doors, and then we shall be able to take the cage inside. Little did I know that unhinging for him meant right from the top up to the top of the glass. So now, but when I came and did the measurements, it tallied according to what he was telling me. But now the cage is on site, it cannot get in. If it were in another country, just be a crane through that window and we unmount the door, but well, the landlord cannot allow that. So basically what we have to do is we have to do it the hard way. It's going to cost us a day tomorrow. So I thought we'd be able to hand over tomorrow, but I don't think it will be feasible. So we have to cut again from here, separate it, take it inside in bits, join from the inside, do the finishing from the inside. So it's a good problem. You've seen the representatives of the clients have been here. At least they can see that the cage has been worked on. It's not any other worry, because they're worried that it wasn't actually here. But now the cage is actually inside. We just have a bit of a structure issue, which we are going to sort out tomorrow, because what we do is find solutions for everything we do, and we just keep on flipping. We won't hit a target of Wednesday. I had a plan. If the cage was in now, I would know the next thing that is left is just to come and complete the cycle tomorrow. Of course, the counters are going to be in for the makeup area, and the gypsum is going to be installed. But it can't happen because I have to rework and make a bit of amendments of the cage, reduce the size, bring it in bits and pieces, and so that I can be able to join it from the inside here. So Wednesday might not be feasible. Now, the immediate thing, of course, now, the showstopper now here is the cage. Client is happy the cage is on site, but now it cannot come in, so it's going to sleep outside. And then we can, tomorrow, first thing we have to do, first order of business, is remove the other segment that is not aligned with the cage. Secondly, is we have to bring in the new mirrors, the 6 by 7 feet mirrors. They have to be in tomorrow. And then of course, cyclorama, I don't think tomorrow will go. We'll cut it because still the guys for the cage have to step on it to bring the thing. So cyclorama, I don't think Wednesday will fly. And then maybe I think the studio, the wall that we're supposed to create, the drywall, is going to be mounted tonight. And then tomorrow just be finishing it up and giving it the coat of paint, and we just push forward. Well, this is one of the worst days I don't want to be on camera, because when it's frustrating. Yesterday we thought we had made headway. I remember we had to dismantle the cage so that we can be able to bring it in. Client has been on site and he's not impressed because he has found the cage dismantled, so he's doubting the integrity of the cage. So basically, a bit back to square 5. I thought what 8, 9, and the only issue was entry, but now it's no longer entry. I have to go back and talk to the client and see and give him my word that it's going to be good work at the end of the day. But then that has to go on. We have to keep pushing. We have to keep on making things happen. Yeah, but a bit of a minor setback, so I have to find ways of mitigating to see how to get the job done to the satisfaction of the client. That's what I have to do. It's a bit frustrating. I thought I'll be done by tomorrow because if it is in today, but also the dismantling is also beyond what I actually anticipated. I thought we were going to do just small things and we're good to go, but this is not an easy one, so we are stuck. But we have to figure a way out on how to make this work. Yeah, so basically, of course, the area has been fixed, but now still I cannot add that to my achievements because the mirrors are not yet here. I had to meet the guys, but I could not meet them because I'd first drop everything and come and first sort out this crisis on site. So I believe tomorrow I should be able to negotiate and get the mirrors in tomorrow evening. I believe the cycle should be complete and then we have the job done. It's part of the process. It's still getting dirty, so I'm incurring more expenses in reworking it each and every other time. But still stepping on it. But I still have to get through it, get this done, and then we'll move forward. Yeah, basically, welcome to another day. Day plus one. We were supposed to submit the site yesterday, so it's a Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday. You see what happened. The client was not happy with the cage. He found it dismantled. Yeah, so we had to work basically through the night to make sure we deliver. So I had to do a night shift. I think we left the set around midnight with George, so that we can put it back together. The cage is back up, and we are now we are spraying it again to repaint. That's an extra cost, so it has cost me an extra unplanned for 400,000 to make sure it's back up. So hopefully the client this time when he comes in and finds it in its full glory, will actually be able to appreciate the work that has been put in to actually execute that kind of job. So the carpenter is on site, wood is on site, waiting just for the paint to dry after the painting. And then we put in the boards. The boards are already available on site. Yesterday we sanded them, we put the sanding sealer, so basically they are ready to be installed in the cage. Then I believe after that has been done, we shall be able to have a good picture. Then also, of course, I need to get some guys to do a bit of cleaning, some temporary cleaning and then mopping to make sure the place is spotless for now, and then we can be able to move forward. The painting, not yet. The cyclorama, still not yet. Because as you can see, that spray, had I painted a long time ago, I have to do that paint job over again. But now, basically, I'll do it last. Basically, the mirror guys are here, so now let's see how we can be able to put the mirrors up. Let's see how they look like. This time around, I'm changing the look a bit. No bevel, basically seamless and a cool finishing on the mirrors. Wood has created, the binding around where the mirrors are going to sit. So basically, that's where we are at. Make it posted.